lot of what we work at here is the fundamentals of fine motor skills, particularly with the injured guys. Catch pass is essential for us, and we find the development of that down here in Connacht has really paid dividends for us to our academy.
And what we had on the pitch there was basically working on skills under fatigue. It's a massive thing that we've brought in over the last couple of years, is to test guys when they're really under pressure after a fitness hit, and put it straight into a skills block, either a catch pass or decision making.
Yeah, well, I suppose pre-season is it's a busy time for all involved, both players and coaches. It's a real big opportunity for us to put a massive focus on the individual and on individual player development, and that includes everything from physical development, skills development, nutrition, mental skills, personal development, and conditioning then for rugby when eventually they get around to playing rugby. But that's not essentially the focus at this stage. Yeah, like skills development have been massive in Connacht Rugby for the last few years, and I think that's when you see the number of players that are now playing professional rugby with Connacht and on a successable Connacht team that are playing an expansive brand of rugby, it has meant that it's now utilisation of the development of all them skills that our fellas have had for the last number of years. But for us, I mean, when we look at what we want from a Connacht player, we want him to be creative and adaptable. So no matter who the head coach is and his philosophy and how he wants to play the game, we must ensure that all our players have all of the skills necessary to play the type of game that coach essentially is looking to do. And if he looks to change that up, depending on the weather or the opposition, we need players that are able to adapt to that. So I think having the fundamentals in place are, and particularly at the earliest stage we can get the players, is very, very important. And the focus there is on very good technique.
Yeah, so our red list is a bit high at the moment. We had a couple of end of season injuries last year where there was guys either with chronic issues or quite acute issues towards the end of the season that needed surgery. So we had a couple of them, and then we had a couple of guys come back from the Irish under-20s World Cup as well with a couple of shoulder injuries and things like that. So just trying to get all those guys back now. From my perspective, I've been doing one-on-one rehab sessions with them, a lot of treatment and rehab running like we saw this morning. So
in our pre-season period, I suppose we've got quite an interesting mix. So we've got a number of first-year players in our programme that are just out of school, and then we've got players that maybe in second or third year in the programme. So we've got quite a contrast of what we're working on. With our new players, I suppose it's just about establishing some kind of basic foundations of strength work inside the gym and some basic conditioning on the pitch. Then I suppose we work with our second and third year players. It's a little bit more tailored on an individual basis, and I suppose what their individual requirements are.